Hey, what's up, everybody? So my name is Devon, and what I thought I would do is go over this graphic that I showed you guys, but like actually in live time. That way you guys can see exactly how this works. All right. So what we have right here is we actually have a circle of 9. And so when you have a circle of 9, you start with 9 at the very top right here. Then you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Okay, so the first thing you're going to notice when it comes to this aligning with 9 is going to be 1 and 8 is 9, 7 and 2 is 9, 6 and 3 is 9, and 5 and 4 is 9. So it's already completely perfectly balanced with the number 9, of course, being at the very top. Okay, so that's the first thing. The next thing we're going to talk about is we're going to talk about what Nikola Tesla said, which is that if you only knew the magnificence of 369, you'd have a key to the universe. And as you can see right here, we have our 9 at the top, our 6, and our 3, giving you the first equilateral triangle that you can actually find in the circle of 9. All right, so the next thing we're going to do is we're going to look at that vortex math that I was talking about. So vortex math is actually very simple because of the fact that all you have to do is do doubling. That's it. It's called binary math, and vortex math is just the pattern that ends up coming of it. So if you were to take 1 and you times that by 2, well, you end up with 1. And there's 1 right there. And so if you end up taking 2 and you times it by 2, you end up with 4. So 1, 2, 4. You see how it goes down right there? 4 times 2 is going to be 8, so that's going to take me up to 8. 8 times 2 is going to be 16, but 1 plus 6 is going to give me 7. So then I hit 7 right here. Then we ended up doing, you can end up doing it 2 different ways. You can do 7 times 2 if you want to, which is going to be 14, which 1 plus 4 is 5, which takes you down here. Or you can end up doing 16 times 2, which is going to be 32, and 3 plus 2 is 5. So either way, you're going to end up at 5. And then 5 times 2 is going to be 10, and 1 plus 0 is 1, which takes you right back to 1. So if you keep following this doubling pattern, just keep going, you're going to actually end up with 1, 2, 4, 8, 7, 5, 1, 2, 4, 8, 7, 5. And it ends up making this kind of like winged shape that you see right here. Now, what's so fascinating about this winged shape that you see right here is that this is the exact same shape that's in the VW Bug. Okay, or the Volkswagen logo. And what is really amazing about this is that when you study about the Volkswagen logo, you actually learn that in 1937 is when this logo came out, and it just so happens that in 1937 is when the Sator Square was discovered during World War II. So, interesting stuff. But as you can see here, you've got the vortex math pattern, which is 1, 2, 4, 8, 7, 5, 1. Now, just to show you, if I were to do 1 times 1, 1 times 2, I end up with 1. 2 times 2, I end up with 4. 4 times 2, I end up with 8. 8 times 2, 16. 16 times 2, 32. 32 times 2, 64. And that's how I ended up with 10 as well, because 6 plus 4 is going to end up being 10. If I were to double it at that point in time, right, 64 times 64 is 128, and if I add 1 plus 2 plus 8, I end up with starting all over again with the whole entire process. Okay, so it's just the understanding that you're going to go from 1 to 2 to 4 to 8 to 7 to 5, and it creates this pattern. Now, in terms of energy, though, if you were to actually take and drop a photon here and a photon here, they're going to follow their own patterns. So if I were to drop one at the 8 and the 1, it's going to go down to a 7. This one's going to go down to a 2. Then it's going to go down to a 4. This one's going to go down to a 5. And they're going to meet right in the center. And if they meet right in the center, they're going to push off from each other. Right? One's going to go this way, one's going to go this way, and that is what is called self-sustaining energy. It's basically the understanding that as soon as they hit, they're going to keep going on their track, which is going to self-sustain energy, which is one of the coolest things about learning about a toroidal flow, because it's exactly what you're seeing. You're seeing a toroidal flow that is going like this, and it's self-sustaining its own energy. Okay? So you have the triangle, which is a 3, 6, 9, and now you have the vortex math shape, which is the wings that you see right here. Now, what we do know about vortex math is we know that there is no 3, 6, and 9 to be found. 1, 2, 4, 8, 7, 5, and 1 does not actually have 3, 6, and 9. So when we end up doubling 3 and 6, well, we end up with this oscillating back and forth pattern. 3 times 2 is going to be 6, and 6 times 2 is going to be 12, but 1 plus 2 is 3. 12 times 2 is going to be 24, 2 plus 4 is 6, 24 times 2 is 48, 4 plus 8 is going to end up being 12, 1 plus 2 is 3. So it just goes back and forth. Swings just like this. No matter how many times you double it, you just end up with this 3, 6, 3, 6, 3, 6 pattern. Okay? Which leaves us 9. Well, 9 times 2 is going to be 18, and 1 plus 8 is 9. And 18 times 2 is going to be 36, and 3 plus 6 is 9. And 36 times 2 is 72, and 7 plus 2 is 9. So what you actually learn is that 1, 2, 4, 8, 7, 5 creates this pattern. 3 and 6 are outside of that, and they just oscillate back and forth. And 9 stays the same. It does not change. And that makes perfect sense because 9 is the container of all of this. 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5 plus 6 plus 7 plus 8 plus 9 is 45. 4 plus 5 is 9. But what's really amazing is that even when you can see 9, it's also still there. Because if I were to not add 9 and I do 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5 plus 6 plus 7 plus 8, well, that's 36. And 3 plus 6 is 9. So you see what I'm saying? She's there no matter what. And I call 9 a she because she's just awesome and she's everywhere. So that's what you're looking at when you're looking at this. You're looking at a combination of a perfect equilateral triangle with 3, 6, and 9. You're looking at a perfect balance of vortex math of 1, 2, 4, 8, 7, 5. You're also looking at a perfect alignment of 9. But more importantly, you're also looking at the chakras. This right here is your root chakra. This is your sacral. This is your solar. This is your heart. This is your throat, third eye, and your crown. And each one of these has a frequency. Okay? So now what I want you to do is I want you to imagine this. What you're looking at is you're looking at something that is aligned by 3, 6, and 9, that is aligned by vortex math, that is aligned by the balance and perfection of 9 all the way across, and has the frequencies of your 7 chakra frequencies. And when you add up those frequencies, because your root chakra is going to be 396 hertz, your sacral chakra is going to be 417 hertz, your solar plexus is going to be 528 hertz, your heart is going to be 639 hertz, your throat is going to end up being 741 hertz, your third eye is going to be 852 hertz, and your crown is going to be 639 hertz. I'm sorry, it's going to be 963 hertz. Okay, and when you add all those up individually, what you actually end up with is a total of 4,536. And 4 plus 5 is 9, and 3 plus 6 is 9, so you have a 9. 9 is the key to all of this. It's the key to understanding energy, vibration, and frequency. It's the key to understanding that all around you is energy that you can't see, are particles that you can interact with. Abundance is not just thinking in your mind you want something. It's thinking in your mind and then following a path to get it. Okay? It's the understanding that all of this is connected. And so when you live your life aligned by 9, you start to live aligned by nature. You live aligned by the cosmos. You live aligned by basically the balance of everything. And one of the best ways that you can live your life aligned by 9 is just following a 3-6-9 calendar. Every single day, add up the month, the day, and the year. If it lands on a 3, it's a 3, 6, and 9 day. If it lands on a 6, it's a 3, 6, and 9 day. And if it lands on a 9, it's a 3, 6, and 9 day. Okay, so on 3 days, be more kind. On 6 days, be more giving. And on 9 days, radiate to your highest level. No matter what, show people what it is like to live at this level. Because that's what 9 Vibes is all about. All right, so I hope that helps you guys out. I'll see you guys in the next video. Keep your 9 Vibes aligned.